So hello guys, today we are going to discuss about a very interesting topic that is basically your renal tubular acidosis. Before we start this discussion, I just want to tell you about this channel. This channel caters to converting the abstract text into very interesting images so that it seeps deep down within your subconscious. Now, people were requesting about renal tubular acidosis, so here's the video. Right, so first of all, a general GK wala sawal that if we want to increase the like H plus ions in the body, तो हम लोगों का पहला तरीका है वी कैन इंक्रीज द H प्लस आयंस डायरेक्टली. H प्लस आयंस को एक्सक्रीट मत होने दो एंड वी कैन इनहिबिट द रीअब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ बाइकार्बोनेट. राइट, सो पहला तरीका है टू इंक्रीज द H प्लस और टू डिक्रीज द रीअब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ बाइकार्बोनेट. राइट, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द फर्स्ट वे. ठीक है, so can we see the red sky? Red sky, that is our representation of acidosis. Red sky for acidosis. Again, red sky for acidosis. Now can you see this mountain top? This top means rank 1, right? Topper is the rank 1, right? So top is basically your rank 1 या फिर first type of renal tubular acidosis, right? Okay, now can we see we live in plains, right? And basically क्या होता है, the पहाड़, can you see this mountains and these पहाड़ are at a distant places. ठीक है, तो distance से you have to remember that distal tubule are unable to excrete the H plus, right? Again, distant पहाड़ होते हैं तो distal tubule are unable to excrete H plus ions. So as a result, what is occurring? Renal tubular acidosis type 1, right? Fine. Okay. Now, so that means there is an increase in the H plus. So this is the first mechanism, and that is renal tubular acidosis type 1. Now can we see this Jogi Baba? Can we see this? Right, this Jogi Baba is a representation of Sjogren's syndrome, and that is an autoimmune condition. So autoimmune conditions shows the renal tubular acidosis, although it is a rare phenomena, but still, which is the most common? That is type 4 is the most common type of renal tubular acidosis that we are going to discuss subsequently. Right. टाइप 3 तो इतना रेयर है कि हम लोग उसको डिस्कस ही नहीं करने वाले. ठीक है, वो होता ही नहीं है, ऐसा मान के चलो. राइट, यू आर नॉट गोना फाइंड इट इवन इन ऑप्शंस. नन ऑफ द अबव लिखा रहता है नीचे. ठीक है, सो वी आर गोइंग टू द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक, दैट इज वी हैव नॉट नथिंग डिस्कस अबाउट द पोटेशियम. वी वुड बी डिस्कसिंग अबाउट द पोटेशियम एट द लास्ट. राइट, चलिए कमिंग टुवर्ड्स योर टॉयलेट दैट इज बेसिकली योर रीनल ट्यूबुलर एसिडोसिस टाइप 2. नाउ हम लोगों ने पहला मैकेनिज्म डिस्कस कर लिया कि इफ देयर इज अ पाइलिंग अप ऑफ H प्लस आयंस, नाउ देयर इज डिक्रीज इन द रीअब्जॉर्प्शन. ठीक है, कुछ रीअब्जॉर्ब नहीं हो रहा, हम लोगों ने सारा का सारा बाहर बहा दिया. तो नाउ जस्ट सी इन अ टॉयलेट व्हाट इज देयर कि एवरीथिंग इज फोमी. ठीक है, द एंटायर टॉयलेट इज फोमी. दैट मीन्स there is no reabsorption. There is no reabsorption, so everything is being there in the toilet, right? So inability to reabsorb bicarbonate, and as a result it is foamy toilet. That is basically your type 2 toilet. So you have to remember type 2, T for toilet, T for 2, right? And okay, coming towards the renal tubular acidosis type 4. Now can we see this monkey? Can we see this bananas? Bananas are very, very rich in potassium, right? Bananas are very, very rich in potassium, means there is hyperkalemia. कहाँ पे? In 4, in type 4. How you have to remember it? That this monkey says, dil mange more. Dil mange more and more bananas, right? So that is basically your type 4, right? So this is the banana, and there is an increase in the potassium. Okay? And there is a dil mange more, that is 4. That is basically your renal tubular acidosis type 4. Now what is the mechanism behind this renal tubular acidosis? That is, just see, this is the aloo. Aloo is potato in Hindi, right? So this aloo is our representation of aldosterone, right? So just see, it is in the ground. Just see, this aloo is in the ground, whereas the banana is up. Banana is up, then means that there is hyperkalemia. Whereas aloo is down, that means it is hypoaldosterone. ऐसा कोई टर्म होता है? नहीं. तो aldosterone secretion is going to decrease, right? So aldosterone secretion is going to decrease, and this is basically your type 4. So means that means basically just see potassium is going to increase here. ठीक है, इतना हम लोगों को पता चला. That is hyperkalemia. Now just see, इन दोनों केसेस के अंदर there is hypokalemia, right? This is associated with hypokalemia. That's all for renal tubular acidosis. Let's have a quick recap. सबसे पहले what we have discussed that we want KH plus should increase in the body and the reabsorption, the bicarbonate reabsorption should decrease in the body, right? Then we have discussed about the red sky, this red sky that is representing your acidosis, right? Second, top, this is the mountain top, that is basically 1, that is representing 1, and that is basically your rocks, that is basically nephrolithiasis. There is a very high chance of stones, kidney stones का बहुत chance होता है in the case of renal tubular acidosis type 1. Now just see this distal tubule fails to excrete the increased H plus ions, that is seen in the case of autoimmune conditions like Jogi Baba or Jogren syndrome, or that is the autoimmune conditions. Just coming towards your toilet, there is a inability to reabsorb the bicarbonate. As a result, the bicarbonate is piling up in the toilet, right? So just see, it is associated with a hypokalemia. It is associated with, these two conditions are associated with hypokalemia. Whereas coming towards your last one, that is basically your dil mangi mode, that is basically your 4, that is basically your banana. There is hyperkalemia, and just see aloo is down, that is basically decreased aldosterone secretion. If you do like my work, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. That's all right. And just one more fact जाने से पहले, it is the most common type of renal tubular acidosis, ठीक है? It is the सबसे ज़्यादा रेयर तो है, type 3 is the most rare, hence we have not discussed that. Type 2 is very rare, तो सेकेंड नंबर पे रेयरेस्ट की बारी आएगी, तो ये है कैंडिडेट. उसके बाद it is the second most common, right? So it is the second most common, right? So we have discussed everything that is required for solving MCQs in the renal tubular acidosis. If you do like my work, then again repeating the statement, do like, share and subscribe, right? Thank you.